All right, welcome in everyone. Good morning. I know we are late this morning, late start than normal, but I was setting up a few things. Today I thought we should do something a little different. Just gonna be a hangout stream basically today. Gonna be playing a video game called Police Simulator Patrol Partners. It's a cop related game, so I thought that it would fit well here on this channel. So, hello to everyone as always. It was great to see everyone. And with that, let's fire up the video games. I'm doing testing all morning on this. Hey, Shaughn. Good to see you. Hey, Irish Dublin, Elon Musk, Ravenwingg. Great to see you all. So yeah, a bit of a different stream today. Just gonna be a hangout, playing this cop game I recently discovered a couple months ago. Played it over on my gaming channel once. Hey, Miranda. Great to see you. Hey, Kimberly Martin. That's weird. For some reason, stream. Hang on. Apparently, people are saying they can't hear me. Thank you. Thank you, Miranda. For some reason, oh boy, tell me that it's not going to work. Like with the game and system stream. Yeah, that was the PlayStation music. Thank you, Miranda, for the $2 super chat. That is weird. For some reason, you should be able to hear both me and the game. Wouldn't be a game and stream without tech issues. Hang on, let me. Hopefully, this works. I should have just probably. That is strange. But alright. So I guess we won't be able to play this game today. Thought I had everything figured out. Yeah, I know. So I guess we can watch some Sovereign Citizen videos, though. Yeah, again, thank you, Miranda, for the $2 super chat. Yeah, that's the PlayStation 5 system music. I'll have to figure out why it won't work. But alright, guess we're gonna change things up today, so let me adjust the title. Hangout watching Sovcits. So yeah. And of course, there, now that time, that was my fault. Hey, Nightwolf. Good to see you. And yes, the Nintendo DS and Wii U shop. Had a lot of great memories on that DS. Alright, let's bring up a Sovcit video. Roll the video.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
No.
Okay. What's your name then?
I'm not obliged to give you my name. I'm not obliged to answer any of your questions.
Okay, so my name is Constable Ryan Parmenter. I've observed that you have been driving on a road in Queensland.
I haven't been driving on the road.
I observed you drive down the main street and you have driven this vehicle here to the school.
Well, I'm not driving, I am travelling.
Okay, you were driving by my definition, and I now require you to state your full name and address. I warn you that it's an offence if you fail to comply with my requirement, and you may be arrested for that offence. Do you understand that?
Yes, this was in Australia.
I'm giving you a further reasonable opportunity to comply with my requirement,
And this
or you'll
guy,
be
if I
arrested for
remember
contravening that
correctly, was
requirement.
picking his kid up from school.
You know you're not even a real cop.
I am a real cop.
The corporate bug, you know that vehicle you're driving right there is a commercial vehicle.
Okay. Are you going to give me your name? Mate, I'm giving you a reasonable opportunity. If you're licensed, I don't have an issue with it. I just want to know your name.
Why have you pulled me over?
Because I believe that this car's unregistered. Because there's no plates on it.
That's all right, because you took them off. That's why.
Just because a vehicle has plates on it doesn't mean it's registered.
Just because a car doesn't have plates doesn't mean it's not registered.
That's true, but you haven't given me any evidence to say that it is registered.
I've just given you evidence there.
This is not evidence, this is an email.
But your refusal is answer enough for me. I
Okay.
don't have to give you anything
Hey,
else.
Tani, good to see you.
I'm not going to give
You have to give me your name.
No, I don't have to give you my name.
I've given you a legal requirement to give you
I know my rights.
I disagree. You don't know your rights at all. All you did was read some nonsense on a sovereign citizen website and think that you know the law, even though you don't. I'll probably stream it later on.
You clearly don't in this instance, because police have the power to require your name and address.
Any issues over on my gaming
I do have the power to require your name and address. I've given you a legal requirement. And if you don't want to be arrested today...
Right to refuse and incriminate oneself.
Providing your name isn't incriminating yourself. You have the right to refuse to answer questions, good to see you. But you still need to provide your information to the officer.
Okay, I have no right
I
to...
know my rights.
Okay, mate, you're under arrest at this point for failing to contravening a requirement by a police officer, and you're under arrest, and we're going to establish your identity, okay?
I'd like to see your supervising officer.
All right, jump out of the car.
No, I'm not getting out of the car. Hey, let me go. Let me fucking go. I haven't done anything.
Seatbelt off, mate.
No, listen, what have I done?
Hey,
You're under
Sherri,
arrest.
good to
What
see
have I
you.
done? What have I fucking done?
Failed to comply with our direction. You are now under arrest.
Fuck, what have I done? Nothing.
Out. You hold
I'm fucking locked in the fucking seatbelt pants.
Undo it then.
What the fuck is your problem?
Get out.
What the fuck is your fucking problem? What
You're
the fuck is your
arrest.
problem?
You're under arrest.
Hey, well, I'm not resisting.
He says he isn't resisting, as he's clearly resisting. Hopefully they charged him for that.
You are.
Fucking don't. I can fucking do it myself, you queer cunt.
Put your hands behind your back.
Breaking my wrist, you can't.
Put your hands behind your back.
Breaking your fucking wrist. Yes, I will put my hands behind my
It's
fucking
like
back.
we
I will
always
do it.
say,
Fuck,
stupid
go. Do
games
it. Let me the
equals
fuck
stupid
go.
prizes.
Fucking, this is my fucking arm.
Then comply.
Oh, I will
Don't leave
comply.
the handcuff.
I'm not fucking resisting.
All right, relax.
You fucking queer cunt. Right. Ah! Fucking Christ.
This is another example of a sovereign citizen who doesn't like being held responsible for their actions. All he had to do was provide his information to the officer, and he wouldn't be going to jail right now.
Okay. So do you understand what you're under arrest for this time?
No, I don't.
Okay, do you
I
want me
haven't harmed, injured, or fucking caused any harm to any
want
cunt,
me
so
to
I ain't fucking under arrest for
do
nothing.
you want me to explain it to you?
You want me to explain something to you?
No, I asked you a question.
You
Look,
made
mate,
an unlawful
mate,
arrest.
I'm trying to be polite to you. We've made a lawful arrest.
You've made an unlawful
I've made a lawful
arrest.
requirement
I
for you
haven't
to state
fucking
your...
caused a fucking crime, have I? I haven't
Listen,
committed
mate,
any fucking crimes,
we're
have
trying
I?
to be nice and polite to you now, okay? And explain to you why you're
now
under
that you fucking
arrest.
got me in handcuffs.
So we want you to understand why you're under arrest.
I want you to understand that I don't give a fuck what you say.
Okay. So you don't want to be
Hey,
explained to as
Adam,
to why
you
you're
You
under
fucking
arrest at
just
this point.
handcuffed me in front of my fucking daughter, cunt.
Mate,
In front of the fucking school.
I gave you a requirement to state your name and
Who the
address.
fuck are you,
We
cunt?
just wanted to see your vehicle's
You're fucking
registered,
stupid.
and we wanted to see your driver's license. You failed to comply with my
Because
requirement
I
to
don't
state
need
your
a
name and
fucking
address,
license
and
to
you're under
fucking
arrest,
travel,
okay?
cunt.
Yeah, you do to drive on the road.
No, I
Seems
don't.
like a lovely person. Lovely language he has. And I take it he isn't a fan of cops. And like all Sovcits, he blames everyone else for the problems he created. As always, I would like... Well, that was interesting. You know, it's very simple. Like, just hand over your documentations, and this stupid stuff will not happen. Alright, this next video is a Sovcit in court who uses word salad and then gets arrested. Let me bring it up. Hang on. Alright. Thank you, Miranda Mavek. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm so happy to be watching this live with you. I watch your videos all the time and never get to catch a live. Great to have you here, and thank you very much for supporting the channel. It means a lot. His daughter must be so proud of him on career day at school. Just going through the chat. All right. Let's roll the video.
Okay, well, you're here, sir. Last but not least,
Blessing, sir.
can I have your first and last name?
Yes, I'm here by special appearance. Sui Juris, Kevin.
And of course, he's here by special appearance because, that's what they all say. Like, really, you're there because Because if you don't go, they're going to issue a warrant for your arrest. That's the only reason you're there. And thank you, Miranda, again for becoming a new member. Welcome. And thank you very much. Hey, Liz D, great to see you.
Ladewig.
Can you spell your last name?
Ladewig.
Oh, here we go. Oh, and you called my office, didn't you? Okay. So, but for the record, we didn't talk. We haven't spoken, right? Because it's not appropriate for me to do that. Okay. So this is tow 822-54. Let's see. Okay.
May I ask one thing for the record?
I'm sorry?
May I ask one thing for the record?
Sure.
Are you on oath? Do you have a constitutional oath?
Do I have a constitutional?
Hey, Anacita, great to see you.
Uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Illinois.
Excellent.
I'm a practicing attorney, so yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
So this is, all right, let me take a look here. So the underlying alleged charges are driving while license suspended, possession of cannabis less than 10 grams, speeding is not a basis for the tow, we've got no insurance, and then driving with expired license plates. So this allegedly occurred back on August the 10th of this year. So are you're contesting the validity of the tow?
Yes.
Okay. So what would you like to tell me?
All right. Please let me finish. All right.
Well, as long as you're relevant to the proceedings, I'm happy to let you.
Very relevant.
Thank
Very
you, sir.
relevant, sir.
For some reason, I doubt that. I have a feeling we're about to hear him cherry pick Supreme Court rulings as well as some other sovereign citizen nonsense. And I have a feeling you're correct, Passmark. And I remember when I made this video, I barely had my voice. I was dealing with like a cold, which is why in this video my voice sounds so different. This was from a couple months ago. But yeah, he's going to be cherry picking Supreme Court rulings and spewing off, the typical Sovcit nonsense.
Supreme Court decisions are considered the law of the land in regards to constitutionally protected rights, and they cannot be interpreted or reinterpreted as they are stare decisis, already reviewed and described as law. 1. Federal law and Supreme Court cases apply to state court cases. Howell versus Rose. 496 U.S. 356, 1990. No state shall convert a liberty into a privilege, license it, and attach a fee to it. Murdoch versus Penn, 319 U.S. 105. If the state converts a liberty into a privilege, the citizen can engage in the right with impunity. Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham, 373 U.S. 262. Operation of a motor vehicle upon public streets and highways is not a mere privilege, but is a right or liberty protected by the guarantees of federal and state constitutions. Adams versus City of Pocatello, 416 P2D 46. The right to travel on the public highway is a constitutional right. Tech Lines versus Danford, Mississippi, 12 SO 2D 784 787. Anything that is a right cannot be subject to conditions or licensing. Lane versus Wilson, 307 US 268 275. Every state law must conform in the first place to the Constitution of the United States and then to the subordinate constitution of the particular state. And if it infringes upon the provisions of either, it is so far void. Houston versus Moore, 18 U.S. 1, 5 LED 19. And the Constitution itself is in every sense a law. Carter versus Carter Coal Company, 298 U.S. 140, 296, 1935. No sanction can be imposed absent proof of jurisdiction. Standard versus Olson, 74. SCT 768. With no injured party, a complaint is invalid on its face.
Injured
Gibson versus
party.
Boyle, 139 Arizona 512.
If I were the judge, I would have shut this down by now. As I predicted, he's cherry-picking Supreme Court rulings and using
none of this has to do with driving.
to try and get out of trouble. It's
So
complete,
ridiculous.
utter nonsense.
The right of a citizen to travel upon the public highway and to transport his property thereon in the ordinary course of life and business is a common right which he has under his right to enjoy life and liberty, to acquire and possess property, and to pursue happiness and safety.
Hey, Salacious.
The
Great
right
to see you,
in
my
doing
friend.
so to use the ordinary and usual conveyances of the day, and under the existing modes of travel include the right to drive a horse-drawn carriage or wagon thereof, or to operate an automobile thereon for the usual and ordinary purpose of life and business. It is not a mere privilege, like the privilege of moving a house in the street, operating a business stand in the street, or transporting persons or property for hire along the street, which a city may permit or prohibit at will. Thompson versus Smith, 154, SE 579 at 583. Therefore, Federal Code Law, Title 42, Section 666, which indicates that we can't buy, sell, travel, trade, or work without a Social Security number, is seemingly in direct violation of the Supreme Court decisions which invalidate Title 42, Section 666. It is unconstitutional to require one to have a Social Security number and driver's license to travel. Criminal and statutory jurisdiction.
I know he's rambling, but the ending makes it worth it, trust me.
Unconstitutional statute, he does so at his own peril. He must take the consequences. 16 AM, Juror 177, 1781. Person is not criminally responsible unless criminal intent accompanies wrongful act. Gasho versus US 39F 3D 1420, 9th Circuit, 1994. If an administrative officer or agency acts outside the scope of its authority or jurisdiction, its act are null and void. Doolin versus Carr, 125 US 618. When federal officials perpetrate constitutional torts, they do so ultra vires and lose the shield of sovereign immunity. Williams versus U.S. Department of Agriculture, 815 F2D 369. Decency, security, and liberty alike demand that government officials shall be subject to the rules of conduct that are commands to the citizens. U.S. versus Olmstead, 277 U.S. 438, 1928. Remedy. The Constitution provisions that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor private property taken for public use without compensation.
There should be penalties for wasting the court's time, because that's all he's doing right now.
Are intended as limitations upon the power of the government in its dealings with the citizens and relates to that class of rights whose protection is peculiar within the province of the judicial branch of government, and that the courts are bound to give remedy for unlawful invasion of rights of property by officers of any breach of government. United States versus Lee, 106 U.S. 196, 1882. I also would like to stand on the Fifth Amendment.
Okay. So by saying that, you're indicating to me you won't answer any of my questions, which you don't have to.
That is not what I'm indicating. I'm indicating that I had to be compensated for property that has
okay.
been seized.
All right, so
He definitely is saying it himself.
Affidavit,
Basically digging his own grave.
To the Village of Lombard.
I did.
I've read that, as part of the packet here. I reviewed the police report and some various other documents.
I've got video on it also.
I'm sorry?
I've got video on it also.
Okay.
And then they did claim in the inventory report, they defamed my character by claiming that I'm a sovereign citizen, which is basically a known establishment for terrorism.
I love how all of these sovereign citizens say they aren't Sovcits, yet they use all the same arguments as sovereign citizens. So guess what? Yes, You are indeed a sovereign citizen. If you weren't, you wouldn't be quoting their nonsense or reading their scripts, and you wouldn't be trying this silly little sovereign citizen defense.
Hey, Zeus, great to see you.
By doing that, defaming my character on that, and defaming my legal documents, which are actually Supreme Court cites. So.
Right, yeah, and I've examined what you provided to the village.
I do have more if you'd like.
I'm sorry?
I do have more if you would like.
Okay. No, at this point, I'm very comfortable with your position. And, I respect that.
Thank you, sir.
So looking at the records provided to me, it does appear that on the date of the alleged violation, you didn't have a valid driver's license. Is that correct?
In the state of Illinois, don't need a driver's license.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm showing that you didn't have a valid license. I also see that your plates were expired. Were your plates expired?
I'm on a contract with the Secretary of State in the Department of Motor Vehicle.
Okay.
So yes, I've excluded myself from all the contracts.
Okay.
UCC 1308 without prejudice.
Okay. All right. So because what I'm seeing from the record indicates that the plates were expired, and both of those are bases for towing of the vehicle.
It's not
and
a
there's
commercial.
Possession of the cannabis.
It's not a commercial vehicle.
Okay. Thank you. Did you also have cannabis on your person?
I did.
Okay. I appreciate your candor. I do. Speeding isn't a concern for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So as I said earlier, I'm an attorney. I've been doing these hearings for quite a while now. I have reviewed the documents and the citations that you have referred to me. I don't find them persuasive. You do have the right to travel on the public ways, but you have to have a valid driver's license, and you have to have.
By what law?
Well, hang on. I let you talk. Okay. Let me talk.
Very well.
Because we're on the record here, and I want to make sure. Yeah.
Hey, Vlad.
So, and this is my finding. And the Supreme Court's very clear on points that that right to travel
Hey, Janice.
on the public roads can be.
Great to see
on
you.
Things like having a driver's license for operating a motor vehicle, having valid registration on that motor vehicle. There's a host of things, and there's plenty of case law on that point. So, well, let me finish. So, based on that and the fact that there doesn't seem to be any issue of fact related to the validity of the license, the possession of cannabis, and the expiration of the license plates, I do unfortunately have to enter a finding of liable. The amount of the administrative fee will be that $500 that I mentioned at the beginning of the hearing.
And you're going to compensate me then?
So that
According
is
to
not my role.
according to the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Sir, that's my finding.
That's not a finding.
I'm not going to argue the case with you. As
Really?
I said in the beginning.
Okay. Under what jurisdiction?
As I said.
Under what jurisdiction? You have no jurisdiction.
If that were the case and the judge didn't have jurisdiction, then why did you show up to court? Because you know that the judge does indeed have jurisdiction, and that if you didn't show up to court, a warrant would have been issued for your arrest.
So if you're not going to let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. You're right.
You do have the right to file an appeal if you disagree with my findings. You have 35 days to file that appeal in the Circuit Court of the 18th Judicial Circuit. Okay? You understand that right?
I do not understand.
Okay. Well, I've explained it twice.
I am asking.
So you should.
I'm asking and demanding that you honor your oath that you have taken.
Thank you, sir.
And recognize the Supreme Court findings that I stated earlier.
Thank you.
That I do not need a license. I do not need a license to drive my personal property, which is an automobile. Do not need it. Registration for a motor vehicle on an automobile.
Thank you, sir. That is not my finding. All right, so we have that order.
And here comes the good part that we've been waiting for.
Hold on. This right.
Also, love how he's recording. Hopefully the judge found out that he was recording, because he's clearly trying to hide it.
No one else is in the audience with regards to.
Here comes the good part.
Remember, Mr. I've got a warrant for your arrest. Put your hands on your back and your arrest.
After all that, he has a warrant.
Really, now I'm being accosted.
There's a warrant for your arrest. You are under arrest.
By what authority? You have not provided. You have not provided any documentation yet.
Yeah.
You have not provided any documentation.
We will.
This is not a resist. This is now
resisting.
documentation.
You're not
Do you have an
complying
order
with
signed by a judge?
Yes.
Let's see it.
I have to be at the station.
Oh, now it's at a station. You're arresting me without paperwork.
You
Without
don't
proper
need the
paperwork.
paperwork.
Really? Okay.
We
Hey,
only
Jack
provide it to you later,
Great to see
Okay.
you.
which we will.
You want her to take this?
Yes,
stuff?
please.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, go ahead. This way.
You guys are fine.
Take care, Ziggy.
You guys are slick, huh?
No, not slick.
You guys are breaking the law.
Tell me,
Acting outside. Yeah.
that truck. You want me-
No.
Anything I need to do? No problem, Mr. Ludwig. I need knives.
No, sir. I'm not a threat like you guys.
Later.
Yes.
You want your friend to take this?
No.
It's not going to go with you, so it's going to be taken off your person.
You're not take this.
I can actually, because you do not have anything on your person when you get arrested.
All right. So you're accusing me on that, huh? Will you hold it then? So that way this girl.
It'll go with you.
$100 there.
Do you want her to take any of this stuff, or do you want it?
Yes, have her take that, please.
Ma'am!
Mickey,
Ma'am!
can you please take my money?
Do you want her to take this or no?
No.
Okay, well,
She needs to view
it's
this.
going to be put into property, so you're not going to have.
All right, I'll have her take that. I will have her take that. Okay.
All right, it's on.
Yes.
Smile for the camera.
And just like that, another sovereign citizen travels to jail after making himself look like a fool in court. You would think by now that these sovereign citizens would take the hint that this nonsense doesn't work in the real world, but I don't think that they'll ever realize that. As all, and they will never realize that. They're just gonna keep continuing to spew the same exact script, keep getting arrested, and keep traveling to jail. Alright, this next video we have a traveling sovereign citizen, and he gets arrested. It's been a while since I've seen this video, so this should be interesting. The secret is pretend you don't have car insurance. As long as they provide documentation before his next court appearance, they are within the confines of the law. It does not need to be presented on contact. No, it does not. The warrant does not need to be shown on contact as long as he does get a chance to see the warrant before his court appearance. They're perfectly within their rights. Now, that may vary from state to state, but as far as I know, that's how it is in most states. I don't need insurance. I'm not driving. I'm traveling in my briefcase. And they don't want to learn. They want to be the boss of everything. They don't want to live in a civilized society. I agree with you, Janice. Like, these people think they can do whatever the hell they want, when in reality, they can't. Let's roll the video.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Trooper Bonham, the North Carolina State Highway Patrol.
Yes, sir.
You know I might be stopping right now.
No, sir.
You know what the speed limit is on this roadway?
Yes, sir.
Which would be 55, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how fast you're actually going?
No, sir.
71 miles an hour. Is there any reading for your speed?
In the world is doing that. I'm sorry, say it again.
Is there any reason for your speed this evening, sir?
No, I wasn't aware I was speeding. I'm sorry.
So he admits he was speeding and that he was doing 71 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. But do you think he'll hand over his driver's license?
Do you have your license registration on you, please?
I do not.
I'm sorry?
I do not. In the state of North Carolina, I do not need a driver's license to drive. I'm traveling.
I cannot hear over traffic.
I am traveling. I'm not driving. I'm traveling, sir.
He'll be traveling to jail real shortly.
Okay. In the state of North Carolina, it is state law if you're on a state-maintained roadway that you're required by state law to possess a valid driver's license, and upon legal
If I
request by
was
sworn law enforcement officer, which is what I am.
If I was driving under commerce, I'm not operating under a company that I'm getting paid for.
So I'm gonna have you listen to me for a second. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I've asked you for your license now.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm telling you to give me your license.
Okay.
This next step after that will be to forcibly.
Hey, Deborah, great to see
Okay,
you.
under what grounds?
Because you are in violation of state law.
Okay.
I'm a state law enforcement officer.
I understand.
Enforcing state law.
I understand.
So this can go one of two ways.
Okay.
You can either provide me with your identification.
I don't have it. I can give you my name, but I don't have my
That'll be
my
sufficient.
license.
Do you have a valid driver's license in the state of North Carolina?
I do.
You do. Do you know your driver's license number?
I don't.
Is there any reason why you're not carrying it with you?
I was traveling from point A to point B.
I understand that, but again, just there's a speed limit.
Well, under Black Law Dictionary, it clearly states I have to have a driver's license if I was working under commerce.
Why do these sovereign citizens quote Black's Law Dictionary? They're citing the edition that hasn't been relevant in over 100 years.
Okay.
You feel me? I'm traveling from point A to point B.
I can understand. I'm sympathetic towards you with that. However, this would not be the place to argue that. Okay, the place
That's
to argue
fine.
would be in a courtroom.
Okay.
So if you would, I need you to provide me with your full name, your date of birth.
Exactly, Beaver.
Under my Fourth Amendment, right? I would prefer not to give out any information.
Okay.
If I'm not
I've already
lawfully
explained to
arrested.
you that I've already asked you once. I'm now telling you, and I told you what.
I mean, did I
consequences
commit a criminal offense?
Actually, yes.
Did I hurt anybody? Did I injure anybody?
You've committed a criminal offense. Yes, it's actually a misdemeanor in the state of North Carolina speed that you're traveling at.
That 71 in a 65?
Actually, just for your speed alone right now, I can arrest you.
In a 65? I mean, I'm sorry, this 55. Am I right? This is 55?
So right now, you're putting me in jeopardy by standing on the shoulder right now on the roadway. I don't really.
Okay, you
feel
can come
safe
on this
coming
side.
forward. I understand that.
You can come on. I rode my window down. I come on. I want you to feel safe.
Okay. The longer we stand out here, the longer I stand out here, the greater risk.
I'm just doing everything by the law.
No, you're not doing everything by the law. If you were doing everything by the law, you would have your driver's license on you. But since you don't, you need to provide your name to the officer, and you're not even doing that.
I understand that.
And the law states by the Black Law Dictionary.
Nice. Polite.
And I appreciate that.
Constitutional
And I
law
understand
scholar who thinks he knows the law.
I'm gonna make this enforcement action.
Okay.
If you don't allow me to do that, you will be placed.
I'm not stopping you from doing it.
If someone has to brag about how they know the law, then more likely than not, they don't know anything about the law. I'm just saying.
I will take you out of this vehicle.
I'm not stopping you from doing anything. You got the plates, you can write the car ticket.
The officer needs your name in order to write you a ticket.
I'm not stopping you from doing anything. All thing I'm doing is quoting the law.
Okay. All right. So are you going to provide me with the information or not? I just need a yes or no. Before you answer that, I'm going to let you know. If you tell me no, that's fine. You are well within your rights to say no there.
But there's repercussions though, right? There's so then there's then I don't have a right. Well then my rights are taken away.
I just want to make sure you're fully aware of your consequences of your actions. Okay, so as long as you're fully aware of that and you make your choice, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure.
I just want to do everything by the law. By the law, I want to do everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it because I don't want to agree to having business with your organization, your corporation. I don't want business with you. You feel me? I'm traveling freely from point A to point B.
You absolutely have the right.
I'm not working under any employment right now.
I understand.
You can tell he's new at this. He's having a difficult time remembering the script.
You have absolutely every single right to travel.
Yes, sir.
Without a driver's license.
Okay, so what's the problem?
I.e., You can walk.
No, I'm not gonna walk. This is my personal property right here. Why would I have to walk?
This
for
is
a ticket.
Hold on.
For a civil ticket.
This is a state maintained highway.
Okay, that I pay for. That I pay for.
Yep, pay full back tax dollars.
Right. Right. So why do I need to walk? Because I don't want to present my ID.
State law has a speed limit.
You have a supervisor?
Because
do you have a
regard
supervisor?
the safety of others.
Can I speak to your supervisor, please?
No, you can't speak to the
Maybe
supervisor.
he might know what I'm talking about.
They're not required to bring out a supervisor. You know, the officer should just tell them, you can speak to the supervisor when you get to jail.
Right
I mean,
now,
you can write a ticket. I'm not stopping you from doing your job, sir. Yes, sir.
Only highway patrolman right now.
We got. All right. Can you call the sheriff deputy, supervisor?
They aren't. I'm not with the sheriff's office.
You need a supervisor when a taxpaying citizen asking for a supervisor, sir.
Wrong again. The officer can call a supervisor as a courtesy to you, but he's under no obligation to call one.
I'm going to take the continued, even after I've told you what the consequences of your actions are, I'm going to take that as you're lawfully or unlawfully refusing our.
I'm not unlawfully doing anything. I'm doing everything by the book. I'm trying to do everything by the book.
All right. What about you're under arrest?
For what? What am I under arrest for?
Lawful order.
Which was what?
You are under arrest at this point.
That's not a lawful order. That's not a lawful
order. Welcome
back,
Tani.
Me refusing my name, give you ID is not a lawful order. Because I just quoted Black Law Dictionary to you. I just quoted Black Law, did I not?
Like I said earlier, you quoted Black's Law Dictionary, an edition that hasn't been relevant in over 100 years. So stop trying to quote it. It's irrelevant.
Did I not? I do not need a license to travel from point A to point B if I'm not
definitely
working.
Would.
I understand that. Can you call your supervisor?
I think
you
anybody
do need to.
or anything can win a debate against these Sovcits.
For what?
For your speed of 71 and 55 mile an hour.
Can you show me proof of that? Can you show me proof of that?
You admitted yourself earlier that you didn't know you were speeding, and you still haven't provided any identification to the officer. So that's 2 charges right there.
Again, but
you got it on your radar that I was going 71 miles per hour.
Yep. But you're under arrest at this point, so it's too late.
Okay.
I gave you the consequence of your actions. You made your choice for you. You need to live with that. All right, and if you don't get out of this vehicle,
I'm not gonna do anything towards you or anything. I'm going to comply to your order, sir. Okay. You know, I just want to have a dialogue. That's all I want. I know, I understand. I just want to have a dialogue because what I'm doing, I feel that I'm certain my rights.
I understand that, and I explained to you that this is not the place to argue it. The courtroom is the place.
But this is the place to argue because you're putting me over.
No, the place to argue it isn't on the side of the road. Like the officer said, the place to argue it is in court.
You're the one pulling me over.
I'm looking through the chat. I don't see any of your comments that got deleted, Edward. Sometimes YouTube will automatically, their great, fantastic AI will sometimes remove comments for no reason. So maybe that's what happened. But I don't see anywhere in the chat where your comment was deleted.
And you won't give me a supervisor.
All right, so just like before, I gave you consequence of your actions, right? I'm trying to be as
yes, sir. And I'm telling you, you can write a ticket. I'm not stopping you from doing your job.
I've already told you at this point in time, we're beyond that. You're under arrest.
And I'm asking you, why am I under arrest?
I've explained that to you.
Because you cannot, failure ID is a secondary crime, sir.
I tried to write you a citation. You weren't allowing me to do that.
Write a citation. Write a citation. I give you my name right now. Write a citation. Because I got $3 inside his car.
You should have thought about your dogs before you tried the Sovcit nonsense with them in the car.
I'm not arrested right now.
You are under arrest.
Not lawfully.
It's like a deal with a little toddler, I swear. You're under arrest. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Like, stop arguing with this guy. Just yank him out of the car and arrest him. Put him into custody.
sir.
Not forcibly remove you from that vehicle.
Can you just call your supervisor? That's all I'm asking. A supervisor, sir.
You're about to catch additional charges on top of it.
How? I'm not. What charges? What resisting?
You're resisting.
Resist means
Not
physical.
forcibly right now.
Resisting means physical.
But you're not being compliant.
I don't have to be compliant, sir. I don't have to answer your questions.
As soon as I get,
I don't have to answer your question.
physical with you.
I don't want you to get physical. I don't want you to get physical.
I didn't want it to get to this point. I tried to work with
I got $3 in here.
That
might
is
attack
true,
you
Liz.
if you get physical.
but I can't unarrest you.
It's still the officer.
Well, then, if you
doesn't
can't
have to
unarrest me,
argue
call
with them
for a
like
supervisor.
this.
I'm gonna
Please.
tell you what happened.
Yes, sir. Please. I'm just asking. Please
Listen, I'm gonna
call
give
for
you,
a supervisor.
I'm going to give you your options. I'm going to let you make a choice for yourself because you're a grown man.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Option one
Yes, sir.
would be for you to comply with me, step out of your vehicle, and go with me.
Why is this gotta be? Why does it gotta be straight to arrest though? Why do it have to be straight to arrest?
It wasn't straight to an arrest. The officer gave you multiple opportunities to provide your identification, and you refused to do so.
Option two would be exactly the same thing, except.
Hey, Always Gador, great to see you.
Okay, but why do I have to end to this? Okay, I understand that. I'm not gonna give you that opportunity to satisfy that part for you, sir, because I know that's part of what you want. Because this is escalated so quick to arrest because I'm stating law.
Hey, Miss Mandy.
I don't have to comply. I don't have to comply. Because my Fifth Amendment right stands. I can remain silent. I just wanted to.
And I believe Miss Mandy has a stream coming up in a little while, around 1 o'clock, I think. So be sure to check her stream out.
The law to you.
So here's
I'm about to step out. I'm about to step out because I don't want you to be forceful to me, and I'm not doing nothing to you.
I want you to step around the front of your vehicle, not between the two.
No, I want to step back here in the back where your camera can see.
But if you step between the two vehicles and somebody runs in the back of my car,
Yes, sir.
I don't walk between my vehicles.
But I want that camera to see everything that you're doing. Because when I step out, I don't want you to be all
The
aggressive.
whole thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back there. But
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm saying is when you come out, we're going around.
Okay. And then go back that way?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Can I cut my car off?
Yes, you may. Before you step out.
No, I don't. I don't. No, sir. All right. Got the keys out. I'm putting the keys on the matter of fact, can I just take the keys with me?
Sorry?
Can I just take the keys with me?
You can take your keys. Do you have any kind of pocket knives or anything on you?
I don't no.
You can carry your keys with you. All right? You can carry your keys. You can bring your phone with you.
All right. I'm reaching for my other phone. Nothing else.
Hold on. Wait. Set that now. Like I said, just come around the front of the truck.
You know, and I said this recently in another video, but I'll say it again. I really love that these sovereign citizens and frauditors not only record their crimes, but publish them online for the world to see. You know, it must make the prosecution's job a lot easier. Like, if I was a prosecutor, I'd be using their own videos against them.
Yes, sir.
You're going to walk back to my patrol vehicle. Yeah?
Yes, sir. My phone.
Do you have anything on you?
I don't.
You might like check your pockets. I'm not going to search you. I just want to make
I
sure.
mean, I'm already arrested, so I mean, you're gonna have to check me regardless.
Yep, we're getting close to 10,000. I really can't believe it. Like, a couple hundred more left to go, but I'm sure we'll get there. Hey, Granger, Renfrew, great to see you.
Can I put my cigarettes inside the car? There's nothing in there.
That's fine. You can put your cigarettes in there.
And I got a lighter too.
You can put it there if you want to.
Yes, sir.
If you want to, you can
Welcome back, Edward.
My camera's right here. You
Okay.
can see it. It's looking right at us.
Okay.
Yeah, the world is completely going to hell. And I'm sad to hear about another shooting. Like, the world is getting more and more messed up each and every day. Which is why, I don't know, I rarely watch the news anymore because there's nothing good on. There's never any good news.
So I barely watch the news anymore. They did that on the DMA cases. Videos were evidence. That's good to hear. I love that their own videos are being used against them. So they are so ridiculous. Just going through the chat.
Why does every time yes sir? Why do every time citizens assert their rights, they go to jail?
Well, again, I'm trying to explain this.
Okay, well, we were doing nicely by just talking. I was just wanting to talk. Like, this is my first time trying to assert my rights. This is something
Well, honestly, that is good to hear that the shooter was killed. Because anybody that does that, in my opinion, does not deserve to live. Anybody that walks into a public building, hell, a school for freaking, like, to do that, to walk into a school or any public place, I'm sorry, you deserve what you get. You do not deserve to live, in my opinion. That's just how I feel.
I just learned.
He said this is something he just learned, so I'm guessing he either has a friend who's a Sovcit, or he spent his time watching YouTube videos thinking that this nonsense works.
So I wanted to try to practice my...
And that's why I tried to explain to you. I tried to explain to you the consequences of action so you understand what they were. And you can make it
That's why I asked for your supervisor, because I wanted to see what he would say.
He would tell you, I guarantee you tell me.
No, I want to hear from him, though, because he might know more than you. You feel me? Because that's why he's a supervisor. He's superior.
Is it come over here?
Yes, sir.
Just step. I'm gonna open this door, so step right here. It's back. You're gonna sit in the phone. I'm gonna put your phone up here on the dash.
All right, thank you.
Another sovereign citizen tries to travel an argument, and to the surprise of no one, he gets arrested. I do feel bad for his dogs, though, so I hope they're doing all right. I would like to give a huge shout out to all my channel.
And just like that, another sovereign citizen travels to jail. You know, it's always great to see these idiots think they know the law. They preach it on the side of the road just for it to completely backfire and them getting arrested. Always love to see it. Alright, this next video is an older video. We watched it on the channel in the past, but it does have a window smash. This sovereign citizen tries the right to travel argument with his children in the car. So yeah, Parents of the Year right here.
The bad guys are trying to extort us and get money from us, so you need to be really good, okay?
Like seriously, who the hell says that to a freaking child? The bad guys are trying to extort us? Like, and whenever these Sovcits do this with their children in the car, it should be child abuse. An automatic child abuse charge. Or maybe neglect? No, I don't know, child abuse. I think that would fall under that category.
Parents of the Year to be telling your child that, idiot.
All right, bud. I'm asking you to turn the vehicle off and step out for me. Okay? Listen, I'm placing you under arrest for operating a motor vehicle.
I'm not operating a motor vehicle. This is my private vessel.
Sir, there's not going to be an option with this.
This is my private vessel. Leave me be. Go away.
Florida, okay?
What's the state of Florida? I've never met the state of Florida. I've never agreed to your rules.
It's clear to me that this guy is deep down the sovereign citizen rabbit hole. This isn't going to work out well for him.
I am not tired. I am not under arrest. I am over arrest.
You're over arrest? What the hell does that even mean? Dude, you're just making up words. Thank you, Lurker1, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks, good to see you. It's great to see you too, my friend. And thank you.
I do not understand anything that you're saying. I do not understand. No, I do not understand anything that you're saying. I do not. I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
I'm not resisting anything. This is my.
Take your hand up. I can't see your hand, man.
I'll put my hands where I darn well please. These are my hands. They belong to me. They're in my property. No, I will not allow you to impose your rules on me today. This is my property. What's your name?
Officer Zabetka.
What's your first name?
Officer Z Zabetka.
What's your name? What is it? What's your name? Okay, listen, you guys, I'm a man.
Okay, and I'm a man too.
Okay, you're a man, and I will sue you. I will sue you if you cause damage to my private property.
The good old American way of solving things. I'm gonna sue you.
I am asking you to step. I am telling you to step.
Don't you dare give me and don't you dare tell me what to do now. I am a man, and no man can tell me what to do. I am a free man. Listen, I don't abide by your rules, guys. I don't abide by your rules.
We're notifying you that we're placing you under arrest.
I'm telling you I'm not tired. I'm telling you I am not under arrest. I am not under arrest. I'm telling you now I'm not under arrest.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I'm not resisting anyways. I'm telling you I'm not under arrest. You better not break my property. This is my private property. I will hold you liable. I will hold you liable. I am a man. I'm charging you right now, by the way.
Get safe flight repair on standby.
I'm going to take you to common law court. I'm going to take you to court.
There's no such thing as common law court. It doesn't exist. Maybe in your little fantasy land it exists, but here in the real world, no, it doesn't. There's no such thing as common law court. So freaking ridiculous.
Buddy, please don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm talking to you. Please come back. Come back. No, I'm talking to you.
The police don't care about the nonsense that you want to preach to them, and that's all it is. Utter nonsense. I'm gonna fast forward a bit and cut out the dead air.
What's your name?
Stefanski.
What's your first name?
Greg.
Greg?
Ray. R-A-Y, like the double race.
Ray Stefanski. Ray Stefanski. Ray, I'm a man. I just want you to know any damage you cause to my property.
I can't hear you.
I said I want you to know I'm a man. I'm not a citizen. Any damage you cause to my property, I'm going to sue you, and I will get paid by you. Okay, you're acting as a man right now.
No.
I don't fall under your little rules.
I'm acting underneath the color of the law.
Exactly right. You're not acting under law though.
Yes, I am.
No, it's color of law. It's not the law.
Hopefully they took this guy in for a psychiatric evaluation. I think all Sovcits should be required to undergo one. This guy is delusional and is abusing his kids by teaching them that cops are bad and the law doesn't matter. I 100% agree, Owen. It literally is child abuse, in my opinion. If he's not a citizen, call ICE. Hey, Sally, great to see you. Hope you're doing well.
There's a difference between legal and lawful. Right now, you think you're doing what's lawful. You might be doing what's legal, but it's absolutely not lawful. You cannot damage another man's property. You cannot give another man an order without consequences to it. We do not live in a slavery system. There's no slavery. It's been outlawed. It's been outruled. I'm not a slave of yours. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not part of traffic. I'm not part of any of your rules, okay? So any damage you cause, I will sue you.
I got no money anyway, so go ahead.
It's all right. They can seize your assets. They can garnish your wages. It's okay.
The sad thing is that this sovereign citizen thinks he's in the right, even though he's completely in the wrong. He's gonna go to jail today, whether he likes it or not.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name?
Detective Howard.
Thank you, Ravenwingg, for, let me bring it up, Thank you, Ravenwingg, for being a member for 11 months. Mondays get better with a Mark stream. Thank you very much. And thank you for supporting the channel for so long. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, my friend.
Howard, what's your first name, Mr. Howard?
Detective Howard.
What's your first name?
Detective
Just so you know.
Detective Donald Howard. Have you been advised that
Don Howard, listen,
what,
I'm going to be foiling that.
Is a privilege and not a right.
First of all, the state of Florida is nothing more than a corporation. First of all, the state of Florida is nothing more than a corporation. Secondly, I'm not in the state of Florida. I'm on land. I'm on land that listen. I'm on land that I was.
He's not in the state of Florida. He's on the state of Florida. And let me guess, he's gonna say he's operating his rowboat or something. Thank you, Chat Gunner, for the $2 super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you. They really twist every word, don't they? Twist and try and spin every single word that the officers say.
Was born on. I do not understand anything you're saying. I was born on this land. I'm not in it. I'm not in the state of Florida. The state of Florida is a corporation. It can't speak and talk to me any way, shape, or form. I am traveling in my private capacity in my private vessel. So therefore, I have a bunch of guys with guns around me. That's the only reason I'm here. You're putting gloves on like you're about to brutalize me and my family. You're threatening to break my...
Well, let's see. You've been told you've been under arrest. That was several minutes ago, and you're still arguing with them and refusing to get out of the car. So what do you expect the officers to do? Just sit there all day waiting for you to finish your speech? Like, no, that's not how this works. You're coming out of the car one way or another.
Property, break my window. That's the only reason I'm here right now. I'm telling you guys, move. Let me proceed in my travels now. Thank you. Please move and let me proceed. What is your name, sir? Koch, what is your first name? Your first name starts with a J, I can see. Is that correct? Listen, any man that causes damage to my property, I'm going to sue you, okay?
Well, good luck with that.
I'm gonna take you to at least small claims court. In the name, I'm not suing the police officer. I'm suing the man. Okay, whatever the man is here, I'm suing you. You're threatening to cause damage to my property. Right now, you're violating my peace. Okay, I ask that you guys just let my family and I continue traveling as we were. We're not here to cause any harm to anybody. We just want to travel and be on our way. And we have a bunch of guys with guns telling me they want to throw me in a cage. And I don't agree with that. I don't submit to that in any way, shape, or form.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead. I don't care.
I'm just trying to be polite and let you speak.
Thank you.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead.
Mark?
I don't really have a choice. I got a bunch of guys with guns around me. I don't really have a choice, do I? You guys are threatening violence against me right now.
Mark, I barely said a word to you.
You got a gun right there. You're standing within a couple feet of me. You know what? I'm not giving you permission to do anything except let me go. If you want to speak, that's on you. Go ahead.
Who is the we that he keeps referring to? The only thing I can guess is we the people, probably. But trust me, he doesn't speak for we the people, obviously. He is just one delusional man. No, not man, but person.
Here's the deal.
I just want to let you know anything you say can be used against you.
Great. Here's the deal. Okay?
There's no deal. There's no deal. I'm not making a deal with you.
Here's the situation.
This isn't a negotiation. Like, take him out of the car already.
I understand that's your choice to recognize or not recognize. However,
I'm glad you understand that.
However, the place that you're at right now, you are within the legal jurisdictional limits.
That's not true, because I was born on this land.
You're not letting me speak.
Well, you're speaking lies. So what, I got to just shut up and let the lies fly?
I'm trying to rationalize it.
Sorry to tell you this, officer, but there's no rationalizing with sovereign citizens. They like doing things the hard way, as this guy is clearly proven.
Okay. You are within the jurisdictional boundaries of the state of Florida.
Look, the state of Florida is a corporation on a piece of paper. I'm not in it. No, sir, I'm a man. I'm on it. I'm not in it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm charging you right now. Every second you take of my time, I'm charging you. All right?
There's his fee schedule.
Here's what's going to happen.
No, you're not going to tell me what's...
Not once has a sovereign citizen been paid from their fee schedule.
Going to happen.
The officer has stopped you for a violation of Florida state.
All I know is a man is right here with a gun trying to threaten to break my window out and wants to throw me in a cage because I don't have papers. Because I don't have your papers. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns surrounding me right now because I don't have papers. Like it's in Nazi Germany or something.
Yeah, of course. Nazi Germany, because the officers are doing their jobs, upholding the law that you don't agree to. So, if the kid wasn't in the car, this would have been done with by now. Hopefully. You know, the only person I feel bad for is those children. I'm not sure how many children there are in the car, but I feel bad for children who have to deal with sovereign citizen parents. You can't even call them parents.
The best way to handle it is for me to keep traveling. Now, if the guys with the guns would please leave, I would appreciate it.
At this point, you are going to be charged with violation.
I can't be charged. I'm not a battery or a credit card. You can't charge me. I'm a man. I'm grounded in the soil. I came from the soil. I'm created in the image of God. You don't understand. I'm not one of your silly little citizens. I'm not one of your silly little citizens. I didn't agree in contract to anything that you guys are saying. All right? I just want to travel and be left on my way, okay?
Well, at this point, you are going to be charged with violation.
I can't be charged. It's impossible. I'm a man. I'm not a credit card. I'm not a battery. You're treating me like I'm some inanimate object. No, I am a man. I cannot be charged. It's impossible. I'm from the land. You guys are not, you're right now, you think you're not a man, but you are a man, and you will be, I will sue you in a common law court.
But you refusing to cooperate.
Cooperate with what? Tyranny? You're darn straight. I will not cooperate with tyranny. I will not do it. Absolutely. If I refuse to cooperate with tyranny, you're going to do tyranny on me? Is that the rules that you think?
The officer has given you lawful commands.
It's not a lawful command. It might be a legal command, but it's not lawful. I have a free right to travel.
Exactly, Liz. If men can't be charged, then why did you say you were going to charge them as men? They always contradict themselves. Always.
But I'm not under your legal system. I have a free right to travel. I'm under a lawful system.
You're violating those lawful commands.
They're not lawful.
Those legal commands.
Only God creates law. Law is absolute. Law cannot change. Listen. I want to give you a quick lesson. Law cannot change. The law doesn't change. Law is absolute. It comes with God. Legalities, legislation, that can change with the wind, depending on who your city council is, who's making up the rules of the day and the time, which way the wind's blowing. What I'm talking about is absolute. I am a man. I am from this earth. I have a free right to travel without men with guns surrounding me. Listen.
Please, just once, I want a sovereign citizen to show us, just once, where in the Constitution that it says he has the right to drive his car down a public roadway. You absolutely do have a right to travel, as we've talked about a lot of times here on the channel already. You can travel by walking, bicycle, public transportation, Uber, Lyft, taxi, but when you're driving in a public road, you are required by law to have a driver's license, registration, and insurance. It's really like
not that difficult to understand, but for some reason these sovereign citizens in their little small brains cannot comprehend that.
Listen, you're absolutely wrong. Listen. No, if you want to treat me as a gentleman, then you have to do what's right according to law, and you have to let me travel with my family. You have no business with men with guns surrounding me right now. You have no business whatsoever. You're trying to extort money from me is all you're trying to do. You're trying to punish me for not paying a tax. Listen, you get paid by the same people you're saying I have to pay money to now. You're going to take me and put me in a cage that's ran and managed and owned by the same people that write your check. Can't you see this is wrong? Can't you see that you're trying to extort money from me? You're telling me if I don't do what you guys say, if I don't have my papers, you're going to throw me in a cage. You're going to treat me worse than an animal. That's what you're going to do, though. That's what you're trying to do. When you say arrest, you're trying to say you're going to throw me in a cage. I'm not tired. I don't need arrest.
This sovereign citizen really doesn't get it. At this point, if I was the officer,
5150,
I would charge him with child endangerment and break his window.
It's really just 5150.
No, I'm just traveling. You guys, a bunch of men with guns have ran me off the road. I'm just traveling.
In just a minute, I'm going to ask you for one final time to cooperate and step out.
Cooperate with tyranny? How can I do that? I can't cooperate with tyranny. You're being tyrannical.
If you continue to refuse,
I'm not. Listen, I have to refuse tyranny. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man.
what's going to end up happening is you're going to give us no other option but to use the necessary force to gain entry into the vehicle.
Listen, if you damage my private property, you're going to be liable. The person that issues the order and the individual that does it, the man that issues the order and the man that does it, you're all going to be liable. Anybody that's standing around witnessing it with a gun, keeping me from protecting my private property, you're going to be liable too. Listen, I know you think you've been taught that you have a right to do this in your training, but I'm telling you right now, you don't. Listen, I don't want this to come on you. God is serious when it comes to his man, his people. All right, I'm one of God's people. You can't do this to his people. Listen, you're going to find porn on you. You're going to find all kinds of bad things from the Lord is going to happen to you. I don't want this to happen to you, man. Seriously, you need to do what's right according to the law. Okay, I'm not out harming anybody. I'm not trying to take over your system.
I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. But
there's nothing to think about, sir. I can't cooperate with tyranny. Listen, you're going to put my life, my family's life in danger. You're going to break windows. You're a horrible man if you do that.
Well, you're a horrible parent if you're teaching your children to act this way during a police encounter.
Listen, you're a horrible man if you do that. The only right decision here is to let Mark travel with his family. That's the only right decision.
I'm going to come back in a moment and ask you one more time, and if you continue to
listen, I'm not cooperating with tyranny. It can't happen.
I agree, Ravenwingg.
I can't. Listen, I'm not forcing you. Whatever you do, you're doing on your own. Nobody's forcing you to destroy somebody's private property. That's totally on you. People don't get it, man. They don't get it. They want to destroy private property. They say, I'm forcing them to destroy my private property. They've got guns. They're surrounding me.
He's going to be traveling, all right. He definitely is going to be traveling. He's going to be traveling straight to jail.
I've got all these guns. I got these people. They abide under their legal system, which is fine. I don't want to take over their legal system. I want nothing to do with their legal system.
So much dead air here. I'm going to fast forward again.
I'm not in the state of Florida like they think I am. It's hard to get them to understand. I am a man. I thought you already talked. Are you asking to talk some more? I am charging for this, just so you know.
I ask you let me speak one more time.
Okay, but I am charging for that every second you're talking.
Understood. As I explained to you, I'm going to ask you here in a second for one final time to cooperate.
I cannot cooperate with tyranny, sir.
Let me just finish what I got to say first.
I cannot. It means too much. It means too much of future generations. I cannot cooperate with tyranny.
In a moment, I'm going to ask you one final time to cooperate.
What are you planning on doing if I don't, so-called cooperate with you? You gonna break my window or something?
We're going to have to force entry into the vehicle.
You're gonna
and remove you.
You're gonna violate my private property?
Okay. I don't want to force entry into the vehicle. I don't want to have to remove you by any degree of force.
Listen, you're not going to be protected here. You're not acting as a police officer. You're acting as a man damaging another man's property. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not one of your citizens. I'm not in your city. I'm not in your state. I can't be in it. It's impossible. I'm a man created in the image of God. I'm on it. I came from it.
Those are legal arguments.
No, those are not legal. That's the law. No, that's the law. There are certain things that are law. They don't change ever.
Mark, as I explained to you.
Hey, Jesse. Good to see
I'm the man named Mark, okay?
I hate that his name is Mark. He gives people named Mark a bad name.
I cannot cooperate with tyranny. Listen, I can't cooperate with tyranny. If you damage my property, that's on you. I do not give you permission. No, listen. Okay, well, you don't have it. You don't have my permission. I don't understand anything that you're saying. I don't understand what... Listen. I don't understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
I don't understand it. Okay? I don't understand anything you say now or ever.
So here's the option. Mark,
there's an option you're not saying. There's an option of, hey, Mark, the men with the guns are going to leave and you're going to travel freely with your family. That's an option.
That's not going to happen.
That's going to happen. I guarantee you it will happen.
Sovereign citizens and their bad predictions. Will they ever learn?
I guarantee you it will happen. Now, will you end up in court before then? Probably.
This is that final time that I've explained to you. Please step out of the vehicle.
First of all, I don't even know what you mean when you say step out of the vehicle, because this is my private vessel. It's not operating. This is not operating as a vehicle right now.
I agree, Jack.
But I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying step out of the vehicle.
Oh my God. Of course he doesn't understand. Just rip him out. Rip him out of the vehicle already.
Oh, this is not operating as a vehicle, if that's what you're talking about. This is my private vessel. This is my private property.
Step out.
You guys are too anxious to break people's window and destroy lives. You guys are trying to extort money from me. I cannot cooperate with tyranny. I can't cooperate with tyranny, man. I can't do it.
So that's a no, you're not going
to... Listen, I don't even understand what you're saying. I'm just telling you, I cannot cooperate with tyranny. I don't even understand what you're saying.
Okay, so you're not going to step
Listen, I don't even understand what you're saying. I cannot cooperate with tyranny. You guys are tyrannical bullies. You're trying to extort money from me. Don't give them permission.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
You're liable for that now.
All right, step out.
Let's watch that one more time.
So you're not going to step
Listen, I don't even understand what you're saying. I cannot cooperate with tyranny. You guys are tyrannical bullies. You're trying to extort money from me. Don't give them permission.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
You're liable for that now.
All right, step out.
That's where the video ends. I just hope the kids in that car are far away from this sovereign citizen so that he can't ruin them permanently. Thanks everybody for watching.
Don't give them permission.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
It's so worth it just to see that window smash. Well done on the first attempt too. That was great. You're welcome, my friend. Hey, Clyde. Good to see you. All right, so I know today's stream was a little shorter, but I think this is where I'm going to wrap it up. Miss Mandy is streaming right now, so be sure to head on over to her channel. So yeah, and hopefully I'm going to try and see if we can figure out those tech problems. So hopefully later tonight I can stream that game that I was intended on streaming on my gaming channel. Mark Baggett Gaming. Be sure to subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. I'll put the link in chat. Hopefully later today or tonight, I'll be able to stream that game. And I do want to thank everyone, as always, for your continued support. Thank you to Miranda for all of the super chats today, the $2 super chat, the $5 super chat, and for becoming a new member. Thank you. And thank you to Lurker1 for your $5 super chat, and to Jack Gunner for your super chat, and to Ravenwingg for being a member for 11 months. And I will also post a link to Miss Mandy's stream. Be sure to let her know that Mark sent you. So yeah, that's going to do it for me for today. I'm going to try and work on some new videos maybe later today or tonight, so be sure to look out for that. And as always, I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.